What am I doing? Gods, what am I doing? I'm lying here in your rooms, in your bed, watching you sleep, listening to you breathe, watching your rather fine chest rise and fall quietly. You are always so calm. I wonder what you look like when you're really angry. Do you ever? I'm looking at that jawline, the curve of your lips, the length of your eyelashes. It's not as obvious when your eyes are closed, but when you look at me, I'm looking into Sepha's eyes. That was half a lifetime ago. How can it still hurt so much? I know you still think about her. When we met in that hospital room when your idiot bodyguard dragged me to my feet by my hair, you wanted to get close enough to see the collar, my owner's mark. You wanted to be sure. You knew about Sepha's pet, the carrot boy with the golden eyes. Was that me? The boy she was so kind to, who disappeared on the day she died? What you really wanted to know was, did I kill her? Did I kill your sister? I almost spat when you asked me. I know how she died. I watched it happen. It was a horrific thing to be accused of, suspected of. Still, I was there, and I didn't protect her. I didn't save her. So I'm not entirely innocent. I think if I had said yes, I killed her, I think you would have ended me there and then. Repercussions be damned. And you would have done it quietly, without losing your composure. Would you have killed me, Keriss? If you thought I was the one who butchered her, I would have deserved it. I attacked the man who... I knew nothing about fighting, but I tried to kill him. It took 2 of them to pull me off him. I fought again, resisted when they took me, lifted me, rescued me. I didn't want to leave her. I heard later they usually leave boys like me behind. No use to them. But I had raised my bare hands against an armed fighter, so they thought I might be trainable. They took me because I didn't want to go. There's irony in that, no? Someday I may tell you a story about him, the man who killed Sepha. One of the reasons I was so driven, why I worked so hard to learn how to fight. I wanted to go on a raid, just one. Imagine that. I knew wines and clothes, how to dress hair, how to soothe tired muscles, how to give pleasure. And all I wanted was to survive, to live long enough to go on just one raid. And I wanted to be near this man who hurt her, killed her. And I would kill him. It didn't matter if I survived or not. I wanted him to die. In the end, I missed my chance. The raid was so fucking awful. I was so scared that I peed myself. And I completely lost track of him. But I saw him when I was returning to the lander with the rest of them. I saw him off to one side, badly injured. He saw me and begged, "Do not leave me here. Finish it." I looked around to see if anyone was watching me. No one. He spat in Sapphire's face after... I shall not tell you that part, not ever. Before he killed her, while I screamed and struggled with one of the other fighters. And here he was at my feet, begging for a death that I had promised him in my mind. If I did not kill him, if I did not grant him the mercy of a quick death, one of three things would happen. He would die slowly, alone, and in great pain. The Hannath would find him and question him, brutally. Or he would be patched up, and they would put a collar on him. I had only a second to decide, so I spat in his face and ran for the lander, left him to his fate. Looking at you now, the vengeance was not your first battle. You have almost as many scars as I do. I was raised by Hannath. My ideas about beauty come from them. To me, you are quite splendid. Everything a Hannath noble should be. Tall, strong, beautiful, and that braid is one of the finest I've ever seen. I should like to unlace that and bury my hands in your hair. My face, I'm sure it would feel like silk, black silk. Gods, what am I doing here? I've never felt like this for a man. I'm a trained body slave. A long time ago now, but some things do not wash off. Zephyr told me that. The memory is hazy. I can't remember why she said it. I know she was crying. Your purpose is to please your owner, that's all. Your own pleasure is utterly irrelevant. Becoming aroused when you should be focusing on his pleasure, it's gross impertinence, in very poor taste, and it can get you castrated. I never thought, all the times I have shared Autumn's bed, never once. It has always been a transaction, a new language in exchange for my services. His mixed parentage makes him somehow a little less naive. I need him to be naive. They are the only ones with the gift. But he is less naive than most. It makes him dangerous, an unfortunate combination, Karagath and naive. An unhappy mix. But somehow it makes it easier to bear. And somehow, somewhere along the line, I began to like him. Sometimes during the transfer, during the bond, I can feel just a little his emotions, just a shadow of them. I know that he has soft feelings for me. He has become a little sweet on me. And he fights it. It disgusts him. Sex is one thing, affection is quite another. What would he think if he could see the way I'm gazing at your face in the dawn light? I want to touch you. Will you wake if I... That's a beautiful body. And now you are smiling in your sleep. The school trained me thoroughly. I know what pleases a man. but I know less than nothing about how to be with a man who wants me to be truly willing, who wants me to be aroused. I am out of my depth. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no training to fall back on. I know how to please. I am an expert in giving pleasure. I know almost nothing about... Sometimes when I kissed her, Nadia would click her fingers to attract my attention, make me look at her. We fought once or twice about the way I kissed. Well, perhaps fought is the wrong word. I'm not very good at that, fighting as human couples fight. It was never really a fight the way humans would understand it. She would scold me, and I would apologize, try to do better. The way I kissed was not romance, she said. It was a performance. I went to work, displayed my prowess, forgot where I was and performed my party tricks, running on automatic. She was hurt and angry, and she meant that to sting. So she would frown and click her fingers to remind me where I was, who I was with, to bring me back down to earth, as she would put it. I would apologize and let her kiss me for a while, and it was better, sweeter. She was right. She usually was. I have often missed those kisses. You have quite a reputation as a lover. I can see why. I have never had a man touch me the way you do. Almost delicate. Such large hands to be so sensitive. I like the way you touch me, then watch my eyes and smile, waiting to see my reaction. Wake up, Keriss. Wake up and kiss me. At first, I would not let Artem kiss me at all. It took me a long time to relent. But his kisses are not romance either. He is trying to take something from me, some pleasure, some submission. He wants to rob me, take it from me by force. I know he is always dissatisfied, but I truly do not know what more he wants. I doubt if anyone has ever kissed him so tenderly. Perhaps that's it. I have never wanted to kiss a man. I have never wanted a man to kiss me. And I am lying in your comfortable bed, gazing at your face, and wishing you would wake up and kiss me again. I think perhaps I may have lost my mind. Perhaps it was all the beatings in Osaka, all the times they hit me in the head. This morning when I woke, my fists were beneath my chin. You must have moved my arms as I slept. I know I'm sleeping again with my arms wrapped around my head, protecting my face. A pugilist pose. Talon would move my hands too on the nights when she kept me warm. And now you are doing it. Talon does it out of kindness, compassion, a motherly kind of affection. And you? Why do you do it? There is a peace in my chest. that I can't remember ever feeling before. I should be pushing to go back to the project team to carry on with the work, but I am so tired. I want to rest here for a while and watch you sleep. It is such a relief to be able to speak Hannath again. I grew up speaking it, thinking in Hannath. It is my mother tongue. When I'm alone, I still think in Hannath. It's so easy here to sit and listen without making any effort. As comfortable as this bed. What does it say about me? I am happier here than I have been in years. My newest friend, Tor, is a Hannath. And can I say this even in the privacy of my own head? My lover. My lover is a high Hannath noble. And I can barely wait for him to wake and put his hands on me again. Hello, Nazar. He's still asleep. Do you want me to wake him? Okay, then. God, she hates me. Tonight I'll perform Havarian in front of a crowd of them, a crowd of Hannath nobles. Hannath noble men. What the fuck am I doing? When I think back to the misery of performing on Hannath, the comments, the sly touches, the guests who borrowed me afterwards, hurt me. A long time ago. Well, it's going to be a beautiful day and a perfect evening for it. You saved my life. Your doctors fixed my face. Your people took care of me while I recovered. I owe you so much. And you have asked so little of me. Just an hour of my time. The traditional costume bears a little more skin than I'm comfortable with. Nakedness does not concern me, but clothes that are designed to draw attention to the body bring back too many memories. Some body slaves wear them all the time. I did before SciFi. The kitchen Keriss called them fuck me clothes. It's only an hour, and the clothes aren't that bad. I will paint my face, breathe deeply, remember how much I owe you, and how much I love this story. Well, of course I do. Most male-trained slaves. Most of them do. A story of honor and bravery and friendship and love between a Hannath lord and his body slave, his Renar. The boys I trained with, I'm sure not one of them went back to their owners' beds without wondering why his life was not like that, not the way it was in the saga. Havarian and Renar would willingly die for each other, sacrifice themselves to let the other live. Eventually, of course, Renar does just that. But I will not recite the parting tonight. Too sad. I do not want to weep in front of these strangers. The training is grueling for Havarian performers. Long hours, trainers who casually hurt you if you make a mistake. Working with boys who could read and who kept asking that they be given a printed copy to study from. Imagine that, the cost of that. A laughable request. I kept my head down and said nothing. The Nadiv boys were often difficult. They had some regard for the Xonak, but the Kerip boys, the docile, illiterate Kerip boys, were beneath their contempt. We memorize better than most, to not depend on writing things down, for obvious reasons. And I was better at it than most. Whenever there was discussion amongst us about a word, a hand gesture, I would stay quiet until directly asked. I was never wrong, so they used me to settle arguments. That irritated some of them, some of the Nadiv. Eventually, one of them made some comment that included, as stupid as a Kerib. Something the soldiers say. He said it as they do in Kerrigath, perhaps thinking I would not understand. But the Kerib slave hasn't been born who doesn't know what that remark means. One remark too many. And for the first time in my life, I was punished for fighting. A beating I remember to this day. I wonder what became of him, the Nadiv boy. So, I will paint my eyes and wear the traditional jewelry to please you, to amuse you. You were so disappointed that no one could find any finger extensions. I remember the first time I wore them, those silver filigree fingertips that make the hands so much longer, so much more elegant. They're light, but very sharp. I scratched my face and almost took out my own eye. Perhaps if I come back in a year's time, I will find that you have had some made. I believe I shall. Should I be afraid? I am afraid. Not of you. Of the others. No. If you are there, I will be calm. The hand gestures came back to me so easily. I had forgotten nothing. It takes a long time to memorize the whole of Havarian. 8 hours of epic poetry. A lot of training. A lot of beatings. A lot of tears shed secretly when no one is watching. Some of the stretching, the high extensions, the twisting from the waist, some of it is still a little painful, but it's bearable. I am very glad that the performer's feet do not move. I do not think I'm strong enough yet to do anything more than stand. I have a surprise for you tonight. There will be a song, a love song, a duet. Your old gardener, I'm guessing you do not know who he is, who he was. A fine singer who has kept silent about his previous life. Like me, he was tired of the unwanted attention that performing would always attract. But he is an old man now, and less concerned about such things. It is in the nature of slaves to keep secrets, and he is happy to live and work in your gardens. But he was willing to perform a little of the saga again. Like me, he does it for you. Just for you. I think it will give me pleasure to perform it for you. Just for you. I do not care about anyone else who is watching. Sadly, I am not as fit as I was the last time I performed it. I was much younger then. In training, they sometimes clamped our feet to make sure that we did not move them, no matter how much the upper body swayed. I fell only once. The pain was awful, so I did not fall again. You know, you frightened me a little when you were so displeased about the robe. Your face was as calm as ever, but cold. I should not have borrowed it. It was an act of disrespect. I could have been seen. But it was late, the kitchen was empty, no one saw me. And it smelled of you, and it gave me a sensual satisfaction to wear it. At first, I wanted to apologize, to beg for your forgiveness. But I'm not a slave anymore. I am not that Saameron anymore. I do not kneel. I do not plead. It took me a moment to remember that. Your face was wonderful when I said, "It's just a fucking robe, Keriss," and climbed onto you. And the way we kissed, I will keep that in my heart for a long time. If you do not wake up soon, I shall kiss you anyway, climb onto you and wake you up. I wonder what Maggie would think of this. I would not like her. No, I don't think she would judge me. I think she would want me to be happy. And Artem, I really do not want to think about that. I was a trained slave. I know very well how to satisfy a man. I know nothing of what happens in a bed like this. Your bed, where both men take an equal pleasure in the act. You will have to teach me. I hope you have enough patience for that. Last night you made me weep. Oh, I think I shall enjoy the lessons. Gods, my skin tingles when I think about it. Please wake up. You're waking. At last. At last. Opening your eyes. Turning your head to look at me. Smiling at me. Good morning, my lord.